Good afternoon and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Wake Up Call. So we are midweek, we've got that hump day, but you know what? We'd never have the hump day here at Crafters TV. We've got a jam-packed day as we always do here on this Wednesday's edition. We are of course on the 18th of August already. We were just talking about earlier on how quick this month's going. Absolutely flying in. Before we know it, we're going to be into September time. So boy, that's just right around the corner. But let's go and have a look, see what we've got coming up today. Let's go straight in. We've got Leanna's back again. How lucky have we been that we've had her for a couple of days on the trot. We even had her last week as well. So she's going to be bringing you some brand new Spectrum Noir goodies. Now, telling you, one of the things in particular is going to absolutely blow your mind. It blew all of our minds when we were having a look at it yesterday before we went live. You guys are going to love these. How it's done, we do not know. It's magic. You'll see for yourself just shortly. That's going to be launch day, so 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what we're going to do with it being Wednesday, it means we need a Creative Cravens, and that means that I'm going to come back for that one. So I'm going to be back for Creative Cravens, so that's going to be 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Wake Up Call and Creative Cravens, doing something slightly different. You might see me here on this side predominantly throughout the day, but I tell you what, I'm not going to tell you about that. We'll go back to Ben, who's here. I know he's still here. He's got that work ethic today, doesn't he? He's here for another day. How many days have you got? Oh no, you're all right. This is your last day, isn't it?
Yeah, my last day. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning. What is he like? He was like this yesterday as well. Day 3 of 3.
Woohoo!
Unbelievable. Although soon to be 4. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to cope with that. But I am delighted to be back, and it's going to be a brilliant last day for me for this week because we've got so much to look forward to, as Craig has said. And today we have a very special guest with us as well. We're going to introduce you to our Michelle in just a few moments' time, who is part of our prep team. She helps conceptualise many of the demos that you see live throughout the week. And Michelle is going to be with us not only on Wake Up Call, but also later on Creative Cravings. It's going to be brilliant, and she's limbering up right now just over the other side of the studio. How are you, Michelle? You okay?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Are you looking forward to it is the main thing?
Yes, a little nervous, but very excited.
Well, I tell you what, we are super excited to have you here with us, and those nerves will dissipate, I'm sure, over the next 5 to 10 minutes. We've got to look forward to, and also we are celebrating today. Can you believe it? There is a national day for everything. Bad Poetry Day. It is National Bad Poetry Day. So what we've done, myself and Bernie have come up with a few very bad poems that we are going to be placing into cards that we're going to give away through the show. So we've got 5 cards to give away. In each of these cards are some of our terrible poems. I'll read them out through the show, but if you want to win one of the 5 cards with the really bad poems inside, all you need to do is get commenting through the show, and we'll pick 5 of you at the end to win. And if you decide, yes, it's bad poetry, not bad cards, obviously. What are we talking about? Georgina's back. And if you want to send in your bad poems through the show as well, we would love to read those. Please send in your welcomes for our Michelle. Send in any questions, send in any comments, and it is going to be a brill show. Get in touch in the usual way on Facebook and on YouTube. Craig.
Well, do you know what? Let's just dive straight in.
Do it.
Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got coming up on launch day. And this is one of our new Spectrum Noir launches that we have got here. Now this is our colour creation kit. Now this is our Artist 39-piece collection. Now this one here, first and foremost, what I'm going to say, this is a lovely collection that's giftable. First and foremost, it's a lovely giftable. It's that really luxurious, it's kind of like chocolate box with that magnetic seal along the bottom here. Now I'm going to go into the details first of all. So $69.99 here in the UK, $99.95. That's today's price. Today's price, everyone here in the UK and Europe are saving 10%. You guys are saving 5% in the US of A. But it does work out that you're saving £10, $10 or €10. When it comes to platinum, that's going to come down. That's coming down to $55.99 or $79.96. Now, artist collection. This is a bit of both. What we've got here is we have got our illustrators for your alcohol colouring. We've got our aqua pens for your watercolouring. Now, within this one here, this is taking you from a colourist to an artist. Within these ones here as well, we are giving you more of a selection when it comes to your illustrators and your aqua pens. So these really are, with absolute ease, going to catapult you into being an artist. You've got what you need, you've got the main components, you've even got the fine liners as well. But you know what else you get? You get the watercolour card or the white smooth cardstock with the images already printed on. They're not small images, these are large A4 images. So again, they are taking you further and beyond to maybe anything where you've been a beginner. Also then with these ones here, what you're then able to do is you can figure out for yourself. If you are maybe a beginner and you go straight into these ones, you're going to then know by the time that you've had a play with them, you've followed Leanne later on today on launch day, and then also the shows that we've got coming up on Crafters TV. Do you prefer your alcohol colouring or do you prefer your watercolouring? So then that way, that is then going to give you that kind of destination as to where you can follow. So that is what's coming up in launch day with Leanne in bed. So that's going to be the next show after Wake Up Call. We'll give you the details with them in a moment because we've got something else that is actually launching on launch day as well. And I'm telling you, these are absolutely going to fly out. Now these ones are our outline markers. Now these all write out silver. But what happens, I'm wondering if we're going to be able to see this. Can you see, if you look at the today, so it's silver, but the outline is pink. Now, it's not 2 pens. You're not having to do double the work. It is 1 pen. So I use the one with the pink lid, and what that does, gives you the silver writing, and it gives you the pink outline. So depending on what colour lid pen that you use, you're going to get a different outline. Once again, you don't have to do anything. It's simply 1 pen that's going to give you the silver colour, and it'll give you an outline instantly. How it's done, I do not know. My mind was boggled last night. Charlotte's mind was boggled last night. Ben's mind, we were like,
all boggled.
How is this possible? So we will have a look at them in a little bit more details, explaining them within Wake Up Call. But once again, the best person to be showing you our Spectrum Noir, that of course is her baby herself, that's Leanne in Spectrum Noir. So them are going to be coming up in launch day, so that is 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 AM Eastern Time, 7 AM Pacific Time. What I do want to say as well about these two, if you are having a look on our website right now, they're going to be launching within the show. So we are giving you a tease beforehand, just keep having a look on the website. However, it will be within the actual launch day show that are going to be launching. Maybe just before. If you're lucky, they'll just go live. But that is coming up after Wake Up Call. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at Creative Cravens. This first one that we're going to be having a look at is our character gift tags. So this is the die and stamp collection, 32 elements in total. Now when it comes to these ones, these enable you to make your gift tags. They're characters, they're double-sided as well. So you can do the front and you can do the back. Now within these ones, with today's price being £35.94 or $47.70, for you guys, stateside, half price shipping, and for everyone, it works out that you buy 6 and you're getting 2 of them for free. So within these ones with platinum, it comes down even more to £28.75 or $38.16. So you may be familiar with the Christmas ones that we've just launched. These haven't been seen for a wee while anyway, and this is your opportunity to get your hands on these ones if you want to continue these character ones with the Christmas ones that you'll have just brought. We will be having a look at that, we being a royal we. Michelle will be having a look at them just shortly within Wake Up Call, but then we'll also be having a look in Creative Cravens as well. But we're not going to go any further from Creative Cravens. We're going to stick to Creative Cravens, and something I personally haven't seen for a wee while. Last time I seen them was only the stamps, so now we've got the dies back in stock to go with these ones as well. And this is our layering stamp and die collection. 77 elements in total. You are saving over 50% on the today's price. I know this is phenomenal, but
that's amazing.
Phenomenal on today's price being £50 or $40. Platinum price, that's going to come down to £40 or $32. But I don't want you guys across Central Europe to feel left out. You, of course, just need to go across to your website. We say everything in pounds and dollars, but you go across, your prices in euros will be there. crafterscompanion.co.uk here in the UK, .com for you guys stateside, and .eu for all you across Central Europe. That's the place that you need to go. Always remember you can be shopping ahead as well. Check out all the additional items that we've got, whether it is new launches, whether it's things like our Get It, Got It Good, or you just want to have a little peruse around the website, such as the download section. The place to go is absolutely our website time and time again. But as I say, it's not just going to be with me. We are going to be having a look and a listen to some bad poetry today. Perfect person for that is Ben.
Oh yeah, this is such a fun day. Oh, by the way, I must just say a very happy birthday to my lovely Laura, my wife. I've treated her today on her birthday by coming to work so that she can have a bit of peace and quiet.
Happy birthday, Laura!
Lots of lovely hellos coming in. Georgianne from Florida, Nora from Florence, Arizona, Patty from Michigan, Charlotte from Tennessee, Kathy from Pennsylvania, and lots of hellos for Michelle coming in too. Do keep those comments coming in, because as we said throughout the show, if you do comment, you can win one of 5 cards that have bad poems inside them. And I thought, just to get you started, I would read some of the poems that are in this little card, which we're going to be giving away very shortly indeed. This one contains 3. I think 2 of these are from me, 1 of these from Bernie, and they're very short in this card. There once was a really bad poet. The end. Thank you. The next one. Nothing rhymes with purple or month. The end. And finally, nothing rhymes with orange. The end. What are bad poems? What were you expecting? Shakespeare?
Oh yeah, maybe Robbie Burns or something, you know.
No. That's it, and they don't get any better than that. Feel free to send in. Feel free to send in your poems and get your comments in as well. But we need to reintroduce our very, very special guest. Do we not?
We absolutely do, and we're going to go right across to Michelle just in a moment. Michelle, that us on the team could not be without, that's for sure. She helps us in many, many different ways, as well does the team. So it's so nice to actually welcome Michelle to Wake Up Call, who is going to be doing. I'm going to dip in on this first demo with the Spectrum Noir, but other than that, Michelle, it's over to you.
Right, so how lucky am I not to just be working with Ben and Craig, but to be one of the first to get to open this.
Oh yes, amazing, isn't it?
Look at that. So, perfect gift for someone who's not too sure about dipping their toe into colouring and which they would prefer. So we have a lovely array of aquas, and we have a lovely array of the illustrators. Lovely hints and tips for both. So, you know, a nice, easy kit, perfect to gift, perfect for a present. It also comes with lovely A4, as Craig was saying.
Yeah.
Beautiful pictures.
Wow, they are fantastic, aren't they? And lots of room there, I suppose, for people who aren't new to get going with. Because I suppose if you're just starting colouring, you don't want sort of small images which are going to be difficult to colour into.
No. Absolutely perfect size, really nice big size. So if, like me, and you tend to colour outside of the lines,
like me
perfect
too.
for that. So I think we'll start off. I'm going to. I'm not a seasoned colourist. I'm not a Leanne. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you colouring in a couple of these flowers.
Fab.
Start with.
Because you're going to have a look at the illustrators, aren't you, Michelle?
Yeah,
and I'm going to have a look at the aqua pens just shortly.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm illustrators.
Oh, hello. There's a little beat there to welcome you to
I know you're nervous,
studio.
but, you know.
Yeah.
Right, so I am going to use, I've got MG1, MG3.
Yeah.
And
I just find this
I'll
such
go
a
with PV3.
great collection. Great collection.
So we've got these 3 lovely colours.
Okay. And when you say you're not a seasoned colourist, so is it something that you you do a little bit of? What's your kind of your go-to craft that you enjoy doing the most?
I'm a 3D construction, boxes, bags, anything like that. I absolutely love. But being on the design team first, I got to try lots of new goodies. So I got introduced to the classiques and got addicted to them. Now I'm getting addicted to the illustrators. But just dipping my toe with the aqua pens at the minute.
Fantastic.
And it is addictive though, isn't it? Once you start going, isn't it? Really
Very addictive. Right, so I'm going to start with the lightest one. And just colour as you normally would, because they blend perfectly. Once the alcohol dries out, any lines that you can see just disappear. A nice big petal to colour in.
I know you're colouring it on the full image, but of course you could, if you want to chop them down, you absolutely could do. At least by having them bigger, you know, you can chop them down if needed.
Oh, absolutely. This big page would cut down perfectly for 3 or 4 cards. So going carefully around there. So left the end bit because it just helps to give it an extra blend out. What does Leanne say when you leave your white bit at the end? She has a saying for it, I can't think.
No, I can't.
I know, I'm trying to think, because I know what you're trying to say.
You know what I mean? The white highlight bit at the end. She always says to leave that bit and then colour over it.
Yeah, just adds that little bit more of a natural shade, doesn't it, by that light colour at the tip.
So I don't think there's a brilliantly right or wrong way, just I'm colouring the end with the darkest one now, so I was originally the lightest.
Yeah.
And I'm going in towards the centre of the flower where I think it would be darkest and going over with the darker one. And then I'm going to use the MG3 as the medium one to blend from the dark into the lighter bit.
And this is a great kit as well, isn't it? Because like you explained, Michelle, and Craig has been talking about, you know, you've got some of the illustrators, you've got some of the aquas in there as well.
Absolutely.
Colouring's become huge, hasn't it, over the last year? So this is a great way for people to maybe get started if they're not quite sure whether what medium they want to colour with.
Absolutely, and I do always like to make a point of saying as well, you know, if you don't already know, guys, you know, we've got more and more world-renowned artists out there that are joining our Spectrum Noir family, that are using our products, whether it's alcohol or our aquas and that. So, you know, there's incredible artists out there using our brand. So for Michelle demoing these ones here, you know you're on a good thing. If maybe you've never tried Spectrum Noir before.
Right, so I'm going to go back over the whole petal with the lightest one again and blend it all through.
So you can as well, I know when it comes to illustrators, you know, as I like to explain it as well, Ben and Michelle, is, you know, you get that movement with Illustrator, whether it's fur or hair or anything like that, but you can still just use them in the way that you would use a tri-blend or a classique. If you just want to lay that colour down to get the blend, you can do, because it is the same alcohol ink that's in a classique. It's just obviously the nib that's that incredible quality. It's different for you to get that movement and hair movement, as I like to say.
There's a question coming in from Suzanne who says, what kind of paper are these images on? So there's a mixture in the box, isn't there, Michelle?
There is. So this one I'm using is our marker paper, which is obviously perfect for the illustrators, but we also do have some watercolour paper in there.
Yeah.
Which obviously is perfect for the aqua markers.
Yeah.
Just to say as well, so all the pens in there that Michelle are using, they're not brand new colours. So you may, if you've already got the full Illustrator or aqua pens, you may be familiar with them. This is, think of them as, you know, not necessarily a beginner, maybe someone that is a little bit more experienced, but we are giving you a wider range of Illustrator pens or Classic pens, more than enough for you to go from a colourist straight into an artist. But then also, you're maybe still not worked out, do you prefer aqua pens, do you prefer Illustrator pens? This is, by the end of you doing your colouring, you're going to know for sure which one you prefer, because we all do have a favourite. Mine's is aqua pens, that's my favourite.
Yeah, but I think as well, as I say, for someone like me who I keep saying it, as soon as I'm up here, I'm going to try more, I'm going to do a little bit more. If you're not quite sure, this is a great way to just try a little bit of each, see what it is that you fancy, which you like the most, and yeah, a great giftable idea as well. How do you find using these, Michelle? You enjoy the experience of using these pens?
I love using these pens. They lay down on the paper beautifully, and they just blend so well. For someone who had never coloured before and was scared to colour, the first time I picked them up, I was just so shocked that I wasn't as bad as I thought I was.
Yeah, we always chat though here as well, don't we? About the fact that, you know, everybody can colour. You think about, you know, when you were at school, and when you're a small child, it's one of the first things you do, isn't it? Pick up a crayon or pick up a pen and get colouring. And I think it's interesting to hear you say, Michelle, that you were a little bit scared when you first started, were you?
Oh, definitely. It was actually watching Leanne. See, I've preserved my highlight.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. I've preserved my highlight. But yeah, watching Leanne, she just is brilliant. She just makes it look so easy. And after watching her, I just went and bought like the whole collector kit that they had on the show and just went for it. And it's just so much fun and so mindful.
Yeah. Yeah, I always mention my sister at this point actually, because she is not a crafter at all, but she colours. She carries a colouring book around with I don't know what pens she's got actually. Maybe I need to get some of these.
Yeah, maybe.
But she does. You know, at times when she's stressed out or she's you know, needs a little bit of me time, as it were, out comes the colouring book and she just sits down and gives it a go. And these are the kind of pens, again, this is the kind of collection that if you maybe were a little bit like Michelle or are a little bit like Michelle going, oh, I'm no good, I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah.
They're a great set to try it, aren't they?
They're really, really. I think sometimes as well, we get a little bit hit up sometimes thinking that everyone is a beginner. You know, not everyone is. Many of you have already got that artistic flair that you can dive straight into something that's a little bit more advanced, and having a bigger range as a starter kit, so to speak. It just opens up the possibilities even more, you know, and it just really gives you that confidence. Really does.
There's a question coming from Suzanne. He says, are you colouring onto another sheet of paper under the one that you're colouring onto?
I'm not.
Okay.
I should be, but I'm not.
Okay.
So maybe this is part lesson of what to do and part lesson of what not to do.
Yeah.
The thing is, you know, is we always say as well before a show, it's crazy busy. And I think now having Michelle, you understand, Michelle, how crazy busy it is before the show. So it's simply just one of those that just either simply forgot to pop it under or sat it to the side just because there's so much going on. So I noticed that question as well. I know Michelle usually does it, but it's just one of those things that...
I do. I have a huge wad of just copy paper that I just always use for when I'm colouring in.
So it's useful to do, and again, for the person who's asked that question, Michelle, what would be the point of doing that for people who don't know, to put another piece of paper underneath?
It just helps, because if you see the underneath, as the ink's coming through, it
helps to absorb it a bit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
We
are getting lots of lovely questions in. We're getting some bad poems coming through as well. You said your colouring isn't, you know, you said you're not brilliant, but we're obviously experiencing how brilliant it is. So you've done yourself down a little bit, I think, as far as the colouring is concerned, Michelle. What's your poetry skills like?
What's my what?
Poetry skills for Bad Poem Day.
Today is the perfect day for me. Bad poetry, yeah, definitely. I would, if I knew that my daughter wasn't watching, maybe I would give you a lovely bad poem, but she would never forgive me, so.
Is the whole family tuned in?
Yeah, well, my husband said he's going to watch. I told him he wasn't allowed, but...
You told him he wasn't allowed?
Yeah. I thought I might be a bit more nervous with him watching, but I feel okay now.
Good. You know what? I made a prediction before the show, and it always happens. I always think, like, for the first 5-10 minutes, because I remember when I started off doing TV and live things, so it was the first 5 or 10 minutes, but then as you gradually ease into it, and you can tell already that you're really set up, Michelle, actually.
I do. Really I feel a lot better now. We've got going, and
yeah,
I haven't sneezed or coughed or fallen.
You just need those few, 5-10 minutes or so just to get into the flow of it, and then, when you'd be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Crafting with Quilling Lady on YouTube is saying, Craig, how can any crafter live without Spectrum Noir? These products change how we craft. They make our hobby so easy and enjoyable. It's so true, and it's good to read out these ones, because of course, we just love them to bits. They really are the best of the best, but it's nice to hear what you say at home as well. Bert Morden on YouTube saying, how many aqua pens are there in the full collection? Not just this set. Oh gosh. Now, there's all these quantities with classics, tri-blends, etc., etc. So there's at least 48 in the aqua pens. That is like the main collection. At least 48. We'll get that double checked as well. But there is quite a few of them. That is for sure. But if you've not tried them before, what a great set.
Yeah, lots of love coming in. You'll see these in full, of course, a little bit later on as well on launch day. And, of course, Michelle's going to be back with us on Creative Cravings. But, I mean, that's brilliant. For someone who says, I'm not really a seasoned colourist, that's fantastic, Michelle. Are you pleased with that?
I am pleased with that. I think if you notice on this one, I sort of flicked the pen a little bit more.
Right.
Rather than, so you get, obviously, a different texture with it. But I don't know if you can see, but the lightest pen... obviously I preserved my highlight, but the lightest pen, I went over that bit twice, so that gives you that extra layer of blending it out to the lightest colour. So you don't just need, or you don't need to use lots of pens, just using one colour and going over the bit that you want to be darkest more can give you a good blend as well.
It works really well. There's also, at the side of you, Michelle, you've got a few finished samples as well with the Illustrator ones. We could maybe show them as well before we'll have a look at the aqua pens.
I do. So these are some of the samples. This is the A4 piece that I was colouring in, and like Craig said, it's been cut down perfectly for this.
Yeah.
This card.
Wow, look at this next one.
And then there's this canvas.
So is that just...
Yeah,
is that using the pens from the set again, is it? That's unbelievable.
So that's kind of like a combination of both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And then another one of those pages that I did show you.
Fantastic.
Wow.
And then...
And that's the one you were just working on then, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's what you can achieve.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it just goes to show, again, it is a super, super collection. These are the images that you're going to get with it as well. So, plenty of scope for practicing and getting started as a colourist. And you made the point at the start, Craig, as well. It's almost like the start of a journey, potentially, but a great gift idea as well. Really beautifully presented. You get the selection of the different pens in there. And, of course, you get full instructions as well. Any more questions on that, do keep this coming in. I know Craig is keeping an eye on those and the comments. I am keeping an eye on any poems that might come in, but it is Bad Poetry Day today. I like literally like a national day for everything, and who thought of the idea of coming up with bad poetry? But we're enjoying it. Keep your comments coming in. We have written some bad poems, myself and Bernie, and we've put them into 5 different cards. So this is the second card which you could be winning. We're going to pick 5 people at random at the end of the show to win one of these cards. In this particular card, there is 1 poem from me and 1 poem from Bernie. The limerick in here goes like this. There once was a really bad poem by a bloke, yeah, I think that you know him. His rhymes are normally good, but bosses told him he should write a bad one. Here it is, Jeroboam. Thank you. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. And this is also... Oh, this is from me as well. This is from me. This is another one of mine. Roses are brown, violets light blue. I'm a dog. I don't see colours like you. Thank you. Thank you. George, you're not supposed to like them. They're bad. They're bad poems. That's not a good poem. That's not a good poem. It's a bad poem. That's why it's in the card. Craig, did you like that poem?
That was really good poem. Really
What?
good. I enjoyed them.
Did you?
I really enjoyed them, yeah. They're very Ben style. I think that's why I enjoyed them.
All right, well, I must try harder to find some more bad ones. I've got more bad ones to read you in just a little while, so we'll come back with those. Now, we have switched over now, so Michelle's taking a little bit of a break. Craig is now in the demo area. So what are you going to be looking at, Craig?
So we're still going to be having a look at the same set, but what I'm going to do this time is we're going to have a look at the aquapen side of them. So this is going to give you another different take on them. So once again, these are our colour creation kit. So this is where you're getting 39 pieces in total, because yes, you've got the aqua, you've got the illustrator, and you've got your 2 fine liners as well. So what we can do is, Michelle was showing you how you can use the illustrators with the images that come complete. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with the aqua. So with these being water-based, what we will need is some water, and either a water brush or a paintbrush or water, or even, remember, with the aqua pens, because they're water-based, if you do have a clear sparkle overlay, you know, if you've maybe already got one of them in your stash, then you can then be using that as a substitute from your paintbrush. So I'm just having a look. So we've got a few, I've just got a few of them here, which are for the watercolouring. And we can see the 3 that I've got here, all full A4 in size. And these ones are all on the watercolour card. So you'll be able to tell by the texture. But also, if I bring in the one that Michelle had started, can you see how the imagery is a much more of a darker outline than it is on your aqua cardstock or your watercolour cardstock. So you can tell by the texture as well, that one is watercolour, this one is your smooth for your alcohol colouring. So let's go in, I'm going to go in with this image here. I really, really like this one. Reminds me of a boardwalk that we've got back at home in Carnoustie, right along the front.
Is that the one where you went the other day when I saw...
With the sweets?
The sweet shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right along
the sweet shop on the way to the beach?
On the way to the beach, yeah.
Wow,
along the boardwalk, it had this little sweet hut, and they done it for charity, and it was a trust, it's what they called the trust. And there was bags of sweets, they had a little price on them, 50p, 80p a pound, and there was a trust box. So what you do, you took your bag of sweets, you pop your money in the box, and then the person that lived in the house would, every couple of hours I presume, come and pick up the money. And that was just along the boardwalk of the beach, and it was really good. So as I say, all that money went to charity. So
sweets on the way down to the beach.
I know, and do you know something? I needed a sweet that day as well.
Did you?
I needed one, yeah. Needed that little sugar boost. So what I'm going to do is going in with the image here, and I'm going to pick out, let's pick out a few of actually our aqua pens. So we're going to go with a few, let's go for a few that might be good with the colour tones. With the aqua pens, either onto your glass mat or your craft mat, what you can start to do is blend colours and mix colours. I'm going to bring out a handful. So what I'm going to do is watercolour card, so you can either go direct onto your cardstock and start to pull the colour out. My personal preference, Ben, is to go direct onto my non-porous surface.
Yeah.
So my glass mat, my craft mat. Even if you don't have either, even like a laminated sheet, something that's non-porous, then you can start to ink onto your glass mat. So I'm going to go in, let's do a combination. I'm going to go in with the tan, and I'm going to go in with, let's add sepia anyway. And then let's even go in with chestnut as well. So we can go in here, and then I'm going to come in with my paintbrush and water, and I'm going to start to pick up the colour. Also, to go back on what I was saying earlier about blending and mixing colours, for instance, if I was to take, let's just say a yellow, so that you can see, what you can start to do, Ben, is you can then start to mix them together.
Yes.
So although when it comes in with the full set that you're getting on these ones here, what you can start to do is create a lot more colours. So let me just see, so what we've got. So we've got 14 aqua pens in total. So you can then start to create so many more colours and shades by doing your blending.
Well, 14 colours, I mean, how many other colours is that going to allow you to make? It's loads, isn't it?
Loads and loads and loads. So what I'm doing, I've done that just so that I could show you how you can mix them. But let's go in straight with the colours that I've got. So I'm going to go in, Ben, I'm going to pick the colour up at the side here. And then with these ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to the side. Now I'm trying to think of where the sun would be or the moon would be. So for instance, I would be thinking up in the top left-hand corner is where the sun would be or the moon would be. So that's where we are getting that shade, that light coming all the way down. So I'm going to water down a little bit more, and then what I can start to do is really start to blend that colour out. For me personally, I do feel that watercolouring is an easier way to start.
Do you know what I was going to say? Just say exactly the same. If I was to get this collection, I think I would, having watched yourself, Craig, obviously, and all the other guys here, I feel that I know more in my mind when it comes to like your water-based pens. So I think I would go to those first with this collection because I don't think I'd be as confident with alcohol pens, but isn't it nice to be able to start with what you like first? I do really feel that there is more that you can do with your aqua pens. That's what I feel personally.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right, because you get that instant confidence boost because you can build the colour up. Now I've set to blend it out here, but I can go back. Actually, let's go back in with a slightly deeper shade here. So let's go in with what I think was the sepia now. So I can follow certain areas that are in the woodwork, within the boardwalk, and then I can go in lightly, and then once again with water, I can start to water it down, and then I can start to blend it in to all of these little areas of the boardwalk, or the woodwork.
Every time Craig says that, is anyone else going in their mind? Under the boardwalk, or is that just me?
Going in with what, sorry?
Every time you say boardwalk, I'm going under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
What's that?
You know, you must know the song Under the Boardwalk.
I think if the actual tune was sung to me, maybe I would.
No, that is the tune. At the end of each verse, it goes under the boardwalk, boardwalk. And I don't know the words, but it goes.
I'm going to have to go into my Apple Music after the show. And is it called Boardwalk?
What?
Is it called Boardwalk?
It's called Under the Boardwalk. It was the Drifters, I think, sang it. And then I want to say Bruce Willis covered it in the 80s.
Under the Boardwalk.
Yeah. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having fun.
Is it on Dumb and Dumber?
Under the boardwalk.
Or is that a different tune?
Na, 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 na. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen Dumb and Dumber.
Have you not?
I don't think I have, no. Anyway, it's a classic song which you obviously don't know, so it's obviously just me singing Under Boardwalk. Although Michelle's nodding over the other side of the studio, she was doing it as well. I was going to say potentially we're more the same age, but I don't want to say that because I don't know how old you are.
No, Michelle's a lot younger than you.
Good news.
Nah, she's
So
a lot
Michelle
younger
turns around
than
and
Ben.
goes, I'm 25. How dare you? Anyway, carry on.
So all that I'm doing is I'm still going in with my brown tones, and then I'm blending them in. So if I want to come a little bit more heavy-handed, I can then go into the side, and it's picking out the detail. So this is what I was saying about it's very forgiving, and the fact is if you do go a little bit too heavy-handed where you don't want to, Ben, what you can do is you can blend the colour out, go back in with some water, or maybe another a lighter tone to blend it out. But purposely, I've gone in with a few different shades so that you can get the different looks. Using the same colour palette, maybe start to incorporate a few different coloured layers, but then we can then once again go back in using our paintbrush. I'm going back in with the sepia, and then I'm going to go in, simply dabbing.
Yeah, on the...
Just dabbing, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in, I'm going to blend it back out into each other. Working that in. So you can start to create depth, you can start to create texture, but then you can start to do it within the clouds as well. So I've literally got less than a minute to go. So what I would do is even, let's go in with let's do the marine for this one. Very quickly, very quickly, water it down, Ben.
Yeah.
And then what you can start to do is if I pull that out, drag the colour out, water it all the way down, as much as I can, and then what I can start to do is I can then start to do texturous clouds. Either with the blues, you can do it with some of the other tones. So you don't have to go direct in with the colour. Go quite texturous, and that's what you can do and you can achieve with the aqua colours. And with it being water-based as well, if you have any excess watercolour card, then use it to pick up any, or use your watercolour card to pick up any of that excess colour that you've got, so you can start to create your backgrounds, do your washes. You can go all different things that you can be doing with these ones there. So that is the aqua side of these ones here. So if we come in, so a few of the other ideas that you can see there.
Fab.
So another few. Another one that you can see here. So you really can go to town when it comes to the colouring. So it's all in one complete kit, but you do have the aqua pens, you do have the illustrators as well. These are going to be shown in so much more detail coming up on launch day with Leanne and Ben, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Today's price being $69.99 or $99.95, but platinum, that's going to come all the way down to £55.99. or $79.96. That is with your pens, it's also with your fine liners, and also with some of your images that are A4 that you are ready to go when it arrives.
Loads of love for this collection coming in. Don't forget you can pick it up later on. Lots of love for Michelle coming in too. There's a chap called Ben McCarthy watching. Says we are watching. Ben McCarthy. Michelle, you're doing great. Says Linda, I've just got my first illustrators. I love all Spectrum Noir. And thank you, by the way, for all the poems coming in. You guys are sending in the bad poems too, which we'll look at shortly. Carol16 on YouTube says, bad poem day. It's just up your street, Ben. Thanks very much. And Lynn says, when do we get bad poems from Craig? I tell you what, whilst I'm just quickly showing you the outline markers, we'll let him write one. Right, he's looking at, oh dear, maybe he won't. Maybe you won't.
You won't have me writing any.
Now, but it'll be bad. That's the point. We saw these yesterday, and I'm not joking to tell you that everybody was crowded around the table outside, and I heard words thrown around like awesome, off the chart, magic. And when I saw these work for the first time, I don't quite get how these outline markers work, but what I do know is that you will 100% be adding these into your cart, whether it be now, whether it be later on, because they are absolutely brilliant. It's your 6-piece set of dazzling bright, and what these allow you to do is create gorgeous designs, because when you're using the pen, I don't know if you can see that so well, when you're using the pen, probably not a great shot from miles away, but we'll show you more detail a little bit later on. You've got that gorgeous metallic look to it, but then you've got the different colour outline on each of the pens. There's 6 different pens within this collection, and I just think they are brilliant. As I say, here we go. You can see a little bit more close up with the pens. So 2 colours, you've got the metallic silver, and then the colours that you've got on the outside, you've got the cool graphite, you've got azure blue, you've got your zesty yellow, citrus green, your amethyst purple, and your neon pink there as well. Great for your doodling, great for your colouring. If you're just picking these up, I don't know, to write little greetings cards, or maybe for like Christmas when you're writing your tags, that is exactly why you need to be getting these. However, I would go quickly because I've not seen anything like these before, and I didn't realise that the price was going to be this. £9.59 platinum, or $11.96. Get those. If you buy one thing today, it must be these, because they are superb. Also, just to say, if you're into your colouring as well, we've got a great deal as far as our Spectrum or our papers are concerned. Again, a good excuse to stock up, whether or not you're using your alcohol markers or your water-based markers, your aqua pens. This deal is brilliant because you're going to get 80 sheets in total in your paper pad. You're going to get 30 sheets of your white, 30 sheets of your black, and then you're also going to get your watercolour cardstock as well, or your watercolour paper, I should say. So 20 sheets in total there as well. Usually $29.97 or $44.95, £15.98 platinum or $23.92. Definitely worth adding in again to your baskets today. If you're not perhaps jumping in for that artist collection, you've already got any of our Spectrum Noir pens. Always nice to be able to stock up on those. Right, lots of lovely comments coming through, lots of lovely poems coming through as well. Can I just read a few quick poems? Yeah, okay. Stephanie says, there was a young man called Craig who didn't come from Mallaig, but from somewhere daft, which I imagine is why he decided to craft. I mean, Stephanie, that is a terrible poem, but I absolutely love it. See, you're getting the hang of this now.
Getting the hang? I'm getting the hang of it.
Stephanie says, also, another Stephanie. No, same Stephanie. There was a young man from Capri who was stung on the neck by a bee. When asked, did it hurt? He said, no, not a bit. It must have been a wasp. Brilliant! I love that so much. This is great. Keep those coming in, and we will read more of our bad poems very, very shortly indeed. 3 more cards to show you which you could win with more poems inside. And don't forget, keep commenting because we're going to give away 5 cards at the end of this show. Right, as we get ready to show you more, let's have a quick break. If you've got stuff in your baskets, check out, and we'll be back with more in just a couple of minutes.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Thank you, Betty, for your poem, which has just come in. I thought Craig had written it, but no. This is good. Roses are red, violets are blue, but only if you water your garden.
It's a good one.
That's good.
You actually thought I did come up with that, didn't you? Because I read it out in the break there before you had to look at the comment. And you were, did you just say that? I was like, no, it was Betty.
You did it very convincingly as well, very convincingly. More bad poems to read to you in just a little bit, but let us get back on over to our Michelle. We're going to be looking at the layering stamp and die collection. Like Craig was saying a little bit earlier on, actually, this is a collection that I've only seen, I think, a couple of times. Since I've been here, and I love the fact again that well, you've got that layering effect with these, but then you're going to get the dies to be able to cut out all your images as well, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it was not that long ago that we kind of featured the stamps, but it's been a while since ones we've had not only the collection but the dies to go with them. So to have them all together coming up in Creative Cravens, Michelle will be having a look at them just in a moment. But today's price being £50 or $40. So you're going to be saving over 50% with these ones here. But platinum, it comes down even more to £40 or $32. So let's have a look and see how these are being used. And let's go to Michelle and let's ask Michelle, what ones are you going to be using?
Right, so these are our fabulous layering stamp and die sets. So this is the Magical Unicorn.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Gorgeous one.
So you've got the stamped image with each one, right?
Yeah, so there's the stamped image with each one, then
Yeah.
there's the die that cuts it out, and
Yeah.
then obviously there's all these different sentiments in each one that come with it.
Fantastic. So unicorns,
So-
butterflies.
You get the die, but use them separate if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's your fabulous flamingo,
Oh,
Birds
wow.
of Love.
What are they called?
Birds of Love.
Oh,
Birds of Love.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Floral teacups.
Oh, fantastic.
I do love these ones, they're so nice.
Are they your favourite
I
within
was
the
about to
collection?
ask, do you have a
Yeah.
favourite?
Yeah, I love the teacups. I mean, I had to play with them all, but the teacups are just, just cute.
Yeah.
Do you find it's quite an easy set to work with as well, Michelle?
I do, very easy, and the die lines up with the stamp perfectly. And then this is your spring wreath, which is the one that I'm going to be doing in a minute.
Fantastic.
I know you're away to demo them just in a second, Michelle, but do you have a preference? Do you stamp and die cut them, or do you die cut and stamp them? Do you have a preference that you prefer?
I think I stamp then
Right.
die cut. Most of the time, I think it depends on which set
Yeah.
that you've got. Sometimes it's easier to stamp and then die cut. And
Absolutely.
I think it's a personal preference thing as well.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a right or wrong way. So just show you a few of the samples. So those lovely birds again.
Now,
in a
have you done
different
any
colour.
of these?
I haven't used the birds yet,
Okay.
but I'm very excited to use them.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. But then,
birds.
Michelle, are you able to see that one you just had a moment ago, the two birds of them? Are you able to do them side by side just to show even the difference, Ben? Look at that with the colours.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, you probably have in your mind what colour they should be, but actually, you can, go completely to town with them. Use your
Absolutely.
imagination. With your artist collection as well, you've got plenty of scope to change. I like the flamingos best, Michelle.
Yeah.
I think.
I do like the flamingo. I must admit, every time I pick up a new one, I think, no, that one's my favourite. No, this one's my favourite.
Yeah.
They're just all so lovely.
So smart.
And just looking at these, Michelle, again, I always look at it from a sort of like a beginner's stance. These are beautiful cards, but would you say that they're relatively easy to use and to put together?
They are very easy and put together. Perfect for beginners and perfect for seasoned crafters as well. They're just one of those staple stamp and die sets that you need in your stash for sure.
Absolutely. And I suppose with the images like your wreath, for example, your teacups as well, you're not limited to where you can particularly use them, especially that wreath. I mean,
Well, that really could be Christmas if you wanted to. Even the teacups are that themed up, so they're going to be a time of the year in that as well. I think that's what it is with the set that you've got. You've got that scope with different occasions that you could be using them for.
Yeah. Look, take us through what you're doing then, Michelle. What are you going to be looking at?
Right, so I am going to be using the floral wreath. So let's get the stamps out first.
Oh, fresh out the packet.
Fresh out the pack.
There's nothing nicer.
And say you're using a large stamping platform. Is that because we've got them all to hand, or is that something that you would be using at home anyway?
I always use this because I love that you can re-stamp again with it and get it perfectly in position. Not the best at re-stamping without this.
Okay.
This is like a game changer when you buy this. It's just it opens up the. Well, it opens it up for people like me who aren't brilliant at layering them up. It's just wonderful. So the stamps are all numbered. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you can't go too wrong with them. You can if you're me, but
But at least they
We'll give
are
it a
all
go.
numbered. All numbered for you.
Right, so number 1, find a position on your stamping platform that you're comfortable putting it in. The cross in the middle is perfect for that.
So they've got a quarter of a 90-degree angle, sorry, for you to line up
so
them.
there's like the 90-degree, I don't know if you can see it now that I've put it on there, but you can see that there's a 90-degree angle just there, which makes it perfect for layering up. So I'm just gonna...
Just makes it so easy when they're lined up.
It does. It makes it so much, makes life so much easier.
Can I just read a few more poems out whilst we're watching, because I'm never going to do them all anyway. Karen says, how many poems by Ben have there been? Maybe a few, but who knew? That was a poem. A bad poem, says Brenda. Craig and Ben are very silly men, but big drips don't get wet.
I like that one.
I like that one as well, Michelle. I like that one. In another direction, not as a poem here, but Karen is just saying, I need to get that flamingo one. I love flamingos, and I have a room decorated with flamingos. They are so quirky. Quirky they are.
And you know why flamingos stand on one leg, don't you, Michelle?
No.
Because they'd fall over if they didn't.
Welcome to the team, Michelle.
Thank you very much.
I'm running out of people I can tell that one to, because whenever the flamingos appear in any of the sets, I always tell that one. I'm thinking, who have I told that joke to? Pretty much everybody, but definitely not Michelle. So you'll fit in very well with me, Michelle, if you laugh at my terrible joke. So, yeah. I'm liking you. Big
and it's a
thumbs up.
genuine laugh just now.
That was a genuine laugh.
That was a genuine laugh Michelle was giving there.
Not the one that you do that goes...
Yeah. Oh, that one.
And then the look.
That old chestnut.
Huh?
That old chestnut one.
Yeah.
The posh fake laugh.
The posh fake laugh, yeah. Like the...
So the colour... No, sorry, I was just waiting to ask, so what colours are you using and what ink pads are you using, Michelle?
So I'm using the Quick Dry.
Okay.
And the first one I used is Lemon Tonic, and I've just gone in with Parakeet. And then my next two I'm going to use Lagoon and Fuchsia. I don't think it really matters which ones you pick, but I do tend to use a lighter colour underneath and go in darker.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you try to stamp the lighter colour on top, it's just not going to show through. You're not going to see it.
I suppose as well with a wreath, it's not overly going to matter because the layers are in different directions, where if it's an image, maybe like the flamingo, where it's a complete layer on top of a layer, if you do the dark one first, then come and do the light one, you're not going to see that light one. Do you know what I mean? So you say, I think it just depends on the image, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, because they're not directly over each other. They overlap a little bit in places, but not directly. So I am going in and I'm stamping each image twice. I just like the bolder.
I do that too.
Yeah.
I've learnt that from Leanne.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, stamp twice. Makes it bolder. It really makes it stand out.
Yeah. So that was number 3. Now I'm going to go in with number 4.
Do you get a lot of time to craft at home for your own enjoyment, Michelle? Are you too busy sort of being part of our prep team? How does it all pan out for you?
Yes, being part of the prep team keeps you very, very, very busy. Very busy, Craig.
Very, 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 very busy.
But it's enjoyable, so it's neither here nor there for me. I enjoy doing that just as much as if I was making a card for a family member.
Yeah.
And do you come from a family of crafters?
I don't, no. I don't. I started crafting after I had my daughter. I suffered with postnatal depression.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And the doctor suggested a hobby.
Right.
And my husband saw me watching Create and Craft, and he came home one day with a card kit for me.
Oh, wow.
He's a darling.
Yeah.
Came home with a card kit for me, and that was it. It was like change your bottom, feed a baby, craft a card while she's asleep.
Good job you didn't get those things mixed up.
Yes, very. With the baby brain, it's a good job, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing to hear.
Good.
So crafting sort of helped you out of a difficult place then, really, did it?
Crafting, it really was a lifesaver. and I don't use that lightly.
No.
It was one of the best things that my husband ever bought me. So, and he's very good at presents. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not daft. Yeah.
So big shout out to him today then.
Yeah, well, it's my birthday soon, so.
Anything particularly you want to mention right now?
Anything.
So that we all know?
It's Ben, isn't it?
It's Ben, yeah.
It's Ben.
Right, so the die, they line up pretty easily. If you see on the die, there's 3 bumps there.
Yeah.
Line up perfectly. If I've stamped it properly. There. Oh, look at that.
And that's your tip, pick out a section on the die to match up with the stamp.
Yeah, you cannot, I mean, obviously the flamingo is self-explanatory, but with these wreath ones, they can be a bit more tricky, so if you find a bit that sticks out, it's usually quite straightforward from there.
I think as well because, as you were saying there with the wreath one, whereas you see usually within an outline die, for instance like the flamingo or that, it's an aperture die, it's an outline die, whereas that one with the wreath, you can't see your stamp impression underneath. So by doing what you've just suggested there, pinpoint an area, it's a good way to get it in the right place.
That's
look
it,
at that.
perfect. It cuts like a dream, as you see, it just fell out.
Nice for a stencil of that as well, that back bit.
Absolutely
Use
right.
that.
What do you find is the best way to clean your stamps, Alicia says? Cleaning stamp.
Well.
Go on.
There's how you would clean them, and then there's Craig's way.
Oh, hello.
I tell you what, Michelle, how do you clean your stamps?
I either use a wet wipe.
Okay.
But what I normally do is I normally take mine to the sink and run them under some warm water with a bit of soap. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that, but I find if you use a wet wipe or a bit of tissue, you end up with maybe fibres.
There's a little bit of fibres, yeah.
So I like to give them a what? My sink is normally full of like my plates and stamps and stencils.
So there's never dishes or cups or plates,
dishes.
stamps and...
I don't know what your way is.
What my way is?
Yeah.
Majority of the time, 90% of the time, I don't clean them.
Whoa!
What I just do is I just do a second, a third, a fourth generation stamp on a piece of scrap card. Unless it's something big like a layering stamp, then exactly what Michelle's done, under warm water or something. But other than that, any stamps maybe like Michelle's using now, on scrap card I'll just do a second, a third, a fourth generation stamp, get that ink off, and pretty much put them back in the packaging. So if Leanne's watching, sorry Leanne.
So what are you doing here now, Michelle?
Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to make a little bag card. So I'm scoring at 4, and then, if I get it straight, 4, then 1. So 4, then 5, then 6.
Okay.
And then another... I'm counting. It's like I get my fingers out to count.
I tell you what, you're doing
we
really
do have
well
the larger one if you want. Sorry, Ben.
I was going to say you're doing really well with all of the different angles and all of the cameras and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Trying to remember which one's where.
Behind you. We do have a larger board of it. We've got box of goodies galore in here, Michelle. If you want a larger one, I'm going to pop that to the side just in case you want it.
All right, brilliant.
There you go. Never fear, we've got lots in this place.
So just burnishing my scar lines.
That's got to be fuchsia Centura pearl,
yes,
is it?
This is the fuchsia Centura pearl, and I've also used the turquoise Centura pearl.
Oh, gorgeous colour tones.
And I think this is from the garden party.
Oh yeah. Do you have a favourite Sarah signature collection?
Yes and no. Every new one that comes out becomes my favourite. And it's so hard to think, oh, that's my all-time favourite, because with each new one that comes out, you don't think that she can bring anything out better than the last time.
We say that, don't we, Ben?
Well, I think I've been like a broken record, certainly since all of the Christmas launches that have come out recently. I think across the collections in general, I sort of go, oh, this is my favourite, and then the next one comes out. Actually, this one's my favourite, and then the next one comes out.
Just you wait.
This one's my favourite.
Just you wait.
Just you wait.
No, just you wait.
Oh, you know something I don't know?
I know something that you don't know.
Oh, okay. Michelle, do you know what Craig knows what I don't know?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think she might do, being on the team.
I was going to say, do you get a bit of a heads up then on things that perhaps we might not know being on the prep team? Do you see stuff a long way ahead of what we might see?
We do, yeah, because I get to see some of the prep from some of the other ladies that do concept suites and things like that, you know, in advance. So we get to have a sneak peek of their fabulous works. But the only problem is, every time they post something, it's like, I need that, I need that, I need that.
And how much are you doing as far as like prep's concerned? Is it like a daily thing that you do, or are you sort of putting aside a couple of days a week? How much time does it take up?
Lots. Lots of time.
Yeah. Should we ask Ben that question?
So what I've done is I've layered it onto some of the turquoise, and I've just left a little shadow of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to foam pad on the back, but not all the way to the top, because what I'm going to use it as is a stopper for the card.
Okay. Do you do a lot of concepts quite often? You know, like you've done there with the purse bag there, or are you more square card, or, you know, I'm not very much a concept card. Do you like doing them?
I do. I like doing anything, and I must admit the products are just so much fun to use. I really don't care what I have to do. I just enjoy using them so much. So
look at that.
So just not putting the foam pads on the top. It just, obviously, if you decorate the inside, which I haven't had a chance to do.
That's so smart, yeah. That's so cool. That is so cool. I absolutely love that. Little sentiment. Because we get sentiments on the sheets as well, don't we?
Yes,
so,
there's lots of sentiments on there. There's leaves and flowers. There's all sorts of little accessory ones on there as well, so it's brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Well, we've got that coming up again later on in the day in Creative Cravens, where Michelle's going to be joining us again. So that's going to be really, really fun. Looking forward to that already. But this is our layer and stamp and die collection. 77 elements in total when it comes to that collection there. Today's price being £50 or $40, where you're saving over 50%. But that's going to come down to £40 or $32. So whether it's crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu for you guys, Central Europe, your prices are going to be across there. But if you do want to have a look at these again, and of course have a look on the website, or come back and join the three of us, because the three of us will be back at 7 o'clock or 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time for Creative Cravens.
Yep, certainly will. Still more of the bad poems to bring to you as well, but thought I'd keep you up to date with what is coming up a little bit later on. I'll flash through these because I'm aware that you can't see them particularly well, but it's the chinoiserie selection that's coming up on Creative Cravings a little bit later on. 46 elements in total here, and what you're going to get with this collection is a wonderful set of stamps and dies. These are your Oriental lanterns. Then on top of that, if you love the birds, which were in the little collection we just showed you just there, those beautiful birds also included in this chinoiserie collection. Again, beautiful set of stamps. You've then also got your temple stamps, absolutely stunning. Again, the detail that you're going to get within those, but it's a lovely collection. You've got sentiments in here. You've got absolutely beautiful frame dies. I mean, that again is stunning, isn't it? One pass, you've got yourself a beautiful frame. Start of a lovely project. You've then got your wreath stamp and die set included in there as well. Again, chatting about how versatile wreaths can be. That is included in this collection, and your chinoiserie embossing folder as well. Show you these in much more detail on Creative Cravings a little bit later on, but you can pick that collection up today for an amazing deal. £40 or $48.80 if you are a platinum member. Also, to quickly show you, we have got your tri blends And storage, this is going to be the Hero Tool a little bit later on Creative Cravings. Your 24 pen collection, you're also going to get your storage with this as well. 4 different sets. You've got your 6 pens within each, and of course your tri-blends. You've got the different colours and the gradation of colours within each of the pens as well. So again, if you want to get started with your colouring journey, if you want to learn blending, these are absolutely perfect for that. We've got the exotic blends in here as well, so perfect, if you're going for that chinoiserie collection, if you're going particularly for the stamps that we showed you a few moments ago, some lovely colours there to use on the stamps within that collection. Imagine using these with the flamingo, imagine using these with those gorgeous lovebirds. You've then got your natural blends included as well. You've got yellows and greens, your icy grey in there, and also your hydrangea. You've then got your portrait blends, and you've got your jewel shades too. But the great thing about this particular deal is you're going to get your storage included as well. Your Sarah buddy bag, so you can pop all of your pens in there. That's a magnificent deal again when you think about it. $85.95 or $127.79 comes down to £48 or $64 if you are a platinum member today. So again, those will show you in more detail a little bit later on, but that is going to be your Hero Tool on Creative Cravings. Right. Lovely comments coming in. I know Craig is just having a look at a few of those. I am in charge of your poems. So many bad poems coming in today, so thank you. All those comments, of course, could win you one of 3 cards which we're giving away. I've already shown you 2. I'll show you a couple more here, which have got the bad poems in. So this card, beautiful, inside contains 3 poems actually. These are all Bernie's. I like ham, I like cheese, I like bread, but don't like sandwiches. Got a little giggle there. This is another one. The sun was shining, oh so bright. I got confused as it was night. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, I'm wearing my slippers. This is the kind of reaction that I want, silence, because it proves that we're doing things right as far as the bad poems are concerned. It's Bad Poetry Day, in case you're wondering why we're doing these. This is the next card here, lovely card. Inside, terrible poems. Woof, meow, moo, cock-a-doodle-doo, bah, woo. What a terrible zoo. That was mine. Do you like crafting? I do too, except when I hear a cow go moo. That's Bernie's. I'll do the last one now, because then we're all done, and you can decide which one you don't want to win. And the last one, inside this beautiful card, Jan Brown lives in a town. Fiona Clayton, she likes painting. Joe Remblance drives an ambulance. Becky Redikins eating bread again. Craig Laird is very scared. George Akid eats cake naked. Sarah Davies, hair's all wavy. Leanne Chivers has got the shivers. Thank you.
Bravo.
There you go.
That's how you say them.
Huh?
That's how you say them.
It is. It's all about the delivery, isn't it? It is all about the delivery.
It is.
But those 5 cards will be given away at the end of the show. You got any more comments you want to look at?
Very few, because then we can go across to Michelle. A lot of people just kind of reiterating what Michelle was saying about how crafting has helped them. You know, it's certainly for me as well. Over the years, it's helped me as well. Mary Kay on Facebook saying, I agree, sometimes just crafting helps clear the mind and the worries. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you don't even need to make anything. You just go in and just potter about and it clears the mind. So yeah, lots of certainly poems coming through. So keep your comments and poems coming through. But what we're away to do, I had a little peek as to what Michelle's away to make next with the cute character tags. Now these ones here, these are the character gift tags. So these are the Stamp and Die collection. 32 elements in total. Now today's price being $35.94 or $47.70. It works out as it's actually half price. And it also works out that you buy 6 and you get 2 free. Just say that's half price shipping that you guys stateside are getting. But it works out, you buy 6, you get 2 for free. Platinum prices, £28.75, $38.16. You may be familiar with the Christmas ones we've just launched. You may not have seen these ones for a little while, but wait until you see what Michelle is away to make, because it is super, super cool. What ones are you going to use, Michelle?
So I feel a little bit under pressure now.
There's no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
So these are the character stamp tag and dies, which are just the cutest thing. But if you notice, what side am I here? There's no bottom die cut.
Yeah.
So you can make that tag as long or as short as you want, which is perfect. Perfect for bookmarks, then perfect for gift tags. So this is the You Are Perfect.
Fantastic.
That's what you are, Ben.
Thank you.
You're the top dog.
That's what you are, Michelle.
Enjoy the little things. That's more me, because I'm like 5'2". Enjoy the little things.
Okay.
Well, 5'2.5".
Oh,
Hey,
and a half.
That's tall compared to some people around here.
We've got Follow Your Dreams.
Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams.
That's, yeah, okay. Love that.
Go Wild.
That's Craig.
Love this one.
That is super cute.
That is good.
I love the fact that we sort of have different animals within these collections as well as the ones you expect. A little rabbit there.
Yeah, the Happy Birthday.
Love it.
Sparkle with Fairy Dust.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's Joe.
And then Tons of Love.
Oh, I'm keeping my shot on that one.
So all super cute and quite
Super
versatile
cute.
in your mind, Michelle, as well, yeah?
Yes, another thing that's versatile because you can do and use it with so many things. So perfect little tag for a gift box with this one.
When we first brought these out, did you use them when they first came out, Michelle?
I didn't know. This
No.
is the first time I've used them.
Oh. Have you
I
used the Christmas
absolutely-
ones?
Oh, I think I might have done actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was just curious if you had or not.
Obviously coloured in the back, but this one, oh, if you can see, look, she's just used a full piece of card.
Yeah.
And then.
That's a good way to show how
Yeah.
they're used as well, isn't
Yeah. Doggy treats.
Yeah, that is a
bag.
great idea. And something similar to what you did last night with the,
With the reindeer,
food,
yeah. Oh wow, a
That is
reveal.
brilliant.
That's genius.
A little reveal card.
I love that.
That is so
I think
cool,
that's
isn't it?
One of my favourites.
Yeah.
And then little mouse, perfect, just a gift tag, but beautiful.
Prime example to show how long you can go as well with
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Right.
Love it. Which one are you going to be using to have a look
I
at,
am going
Michelle?
to be using the Sparkle with Fairy Dust.
Of course.
Okay,
you are.
Of course.
Of course. Right, so stamping platform.
So yeah, there's so many different ways. Yeah, they've obviously got the tag in the title, but as Michelle was showing you, there's different ways that you can use them. And the cheeky side of me, if you've seen the elf one that I showed with the Christmas, I love using the back of the character just as much as I like doing the front of the character. Quite cheeky.
Right, so I use these to cut these out. There's two different ways. Your
Okay.
front piece, once you've stamped it, your tag die goes perfectly over.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But obviously, if you stamp on there, some of your tags, because some of your different ones, they're not symmetrical. So
Okay.
you would have to cut it out that way. So what I do is I cut the tag out and then I stamp that on the reverse.
Right.
If that makes sense, I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, so
And even with these ones, these go through our mini, don't they?
yes, they go through all of them, even down to the little one.
They're super cute. I always talk about, products and ideas to start crafting with my kids. Have you got one child, Michelle, or?
I have 3.
Oh, you've got 3. How old are they?
So my eldest is 24
Right.
and he's in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I've got Oliver, he's 14,
Yeah.
and he just lives in his room for like forever.
Oh, yeah. And is it video games?
Chess.
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 Hang on a minute. What? Online chess must be.
Yes,
Otherwise,
Yeah, he has lessons on some sort of site with a grandmaster.
Wow.
So
Have you played him?
no,
Oh.
it's never going to. He keeps saying, "Will you play chess with me?" And I'm like, "Are you crazy?"
How on earth did he get into chess?
I don't know. He's very much, he's like his older brother. He's very intelligent, and I think anything that involves him using his brain a lot is attracted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes when he speaks, you wouldn't think so.
I love the fact that he's doing chess though, because I say my 13-year-old locks himself away in his room and it's just video games. But like chess, I don't know. You feel like you have to engage brain a little bit more when you're playing chess.
Right. That's the front. I stamped it too high and I've missed my little tag bit, but never mind.
It was just a way to ask that, just in case anyone watching was thinking, have you done it on purpose or if there's a reason?
I did. That was to show you that you don't stamp too close to the top of your page.
We've all done it. I've done it myself, and do you know what? I'll probably still do it again in the future. It's one of those things that you just need to keep in mind with the die, that you've got that little loop at the top, so when you stamp, just make sure you stamp further down. As I say, we've all done it, and we'll still all do it.
Yeah, definitely. Pay attention to your die as much as you stamp.
Yeah, but then usually you don't have two guys constantly chatting at you, asking you questions and live on air.
There could be worse things. I'm not saying what, but...
Oh, yeah, well, fair enough. All right.
Okay.
All right. I was just interested to hear, so your third child, so your son's 14.
Yeah, and then I've got Alice, she's 13.
Okay.
And she's a typical 13-year-old.
Right.
She's absolutely wonderful 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then, because I've looked at her, she's run off to her bedroom and slammed her door.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the way that I cut it out, but
Okay.
I'm going to turn it over to stamp the back of her, because like I say, some of them, with the hair there,
Yeah.
it's not quite symmetrical, so you turn it over, to stamp her.
Is that Nina or smooth card you're using?
I'm using a Nina Classic stamping.
Okay, yeah. Quite smooth stamping card.
Yes, that's it. So take that one off.
I even think the fairy's cute from behind as well.
Yeah. They're all really cute. The reason I asked about your children is because I look at these and just think this is the kind of thing that will get my Daisy sort of pique her interest. Because she's 10, she's still sort of at that age where she likes fairies, she likes unicorns.
Yeah.
Did you go through that phase with your sons and daughters?
When she was a lot smaller, she was quite girly, but she's absolutely the least girly person you'll ever meet now.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah, she's into exercise and she's into painting. She's pretty fabulous.
Yeah.
She'll kill me for talking about her.
Just like a mum.
Well, I didn't like to say, but
I said it for you.
Right, so I'm going to use some of our illustrators to colour her in. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to use the GY 3, 4 and 1.
Lovely.
So if you're alcohol colouring, is that kind of your preference to go to illustrators, is it, or?
I do like, I've got all the classics. There's the 218, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
I've got all of those, and I've just started collecting the illustrator. I like the different nibs on the different pens.
Yeah.
It gives you just so much more scope to do different effects.
I'm aware that we have got 7.5 minutes left on the show.
Okay.
No, I'm not rushing you. I'm just saying it more for my mind. I have got the winners, and we are going to do a demo of the show as well.
All right. So what I did is I coloured them in magically, and I didn't use them as a tag, which is why I stamped to the top of the paper, because I didn't need to.
I see.
So what I have done
need
is I've just cut them out like that.
I love your colouring.
I've got a piece of card, and it's 6.5 by 3.
Good.
So I'm quickly going to make.
Is that just Centura Peril as well, is it?
This is a textured card.
So textured.
And I think it's from the garden party.
I don't know how you guys managed to keep up with what's what. There's so many different collections. If that was ever a game on Play Your Crafts Right on a Saturday, which collection is this from? I would be terrible. Georgina, do not dare Do not dare put that idea forward, because I would be absolutely hopeless at that. I bet you're a bit of a whiz at that, Michelle, aren't you? Having seen all of the different products and working with them, I bet you'd be good at a game like that, wouldn't you?
Probably not.
I think you would be. You'd be spot on. I wouldn't want to go against you, that's for sure. Even although I'm around the products on a daily basis, you guys really are intense with our products, what you do and come up with.
Yeah.
We would be lost without you, as I said earlier.
I think because we like to give lots of different ideas with the same product, which I suppose is the point, to be able to do lots of different things with the same, show that it's more than a one-trick pony, I suppose. So maybe really quickly.
This is coming together really cool. I'm intrigued. I have to say, I don't know what the finished result looks like. I know what it's going to be, so I'm intrigued to see what I know it's going to be and how it looks like. I'm intrigued to see what it's going to be like.
Right. If the tape pen plays nice for me. Right. I'm not used to doing it so quick.
No, that's... How have you found that, actually, specifically today on Wake Up Call, with the timing? Because sometimes you think 15 minutes, 20 minutes is a long time until you're actually in the middle of it. How are you finding it?
Not too bad. You become all fingers and thumbs, and I think you try not to panic, and then you panic and become more fingers and thumbs.
We'll have more time later on Creative Cravings.
Wake Up Call is really full on, fast paced, but honestly, but then Wake Up Call, Michelle, you've been absolutely fantastic. You've nothing to worry about. You've been so good, and the comments have been amazing as well.
So basically, I hate that word. So I've just made a little box, a little flip open box. And what I'm going to do is I took a piece of, again, our textured cardstock, and I am going to...
Reminds me of, like a smaller pizza style box, where it just folds in on itself.
That would be a small pizza.
So just a couple of
You wouldn't even get a slice of that.
strips, fold it round. Can you guess what it is yet?
A pizza box.
A pizza box.
So one, and then the same again.
Some kind of strap, isn't it?
Just fold it round.
Okay. I'm definitely interested. Have you got any ideas, Ben?
Well, if you haven't got any ideas, there's no hope for me, is there? Seriously, I'm just intrigued, and I'm not going to make any.
I'll bob her on the outside because she's looking in.
Okay.
And then.
So doing it in a bit of a reverse as if looking in.
Put her on a little bit of a jaunty angle, which is code for I put it on wonky.
Stop giving away all the secrets.
Another little jaunty angle. Right, let's close. Stick that
Do you do the typical any odd mistake or that you put a butterfly on it?
Oh, that's the usual thing within craft, isn't it? Yeah, a little mistake, pop a butterfly. I learned that very quickly.
Yes.
One of the first things that I learned. It looks like a watch.
A watch, yeah.
So these absolutely go down a treat.
Is it a watch?
Off. It is at children's parties. So I've put my little thing on the wrong way.
That's such a cool idea.
Oh my gosh.
So obviously, let me show you. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's the finished one. It pops open. Obviously put some little Smarties or some Tic Tacs in it.
Fab.
But
how cool is that?
Kids in the little...
and that actually goes on the wrist.
And it goes on your wrist. It's fabulous. Kids love them. And because at kids' parties you always get the kids' bags, and it's nice to give them something where they've got just a little treat in, and it just makes it so much more fun.
Michelle, that's absolutely fantastic. But I think what we'll do is we're going to go straight to Ben because we'll need to do the demo of the show, won't we?
We will need to do it. Are we going to have time? We might have to do it later on.
We'll let it do it, and
we've literally got a couple of minutes. I tell you what, can we line up the demos that we've done then, Michelle, and we will quickly get the vote going on this. We might have time. We've got a minute and a half. It'll have to be super quick. Quick as you can, Michelle. The demos that you've done on the show. What have you done? Remind us.
So
Okay.
the wreath.
Yeah, number one.
And then the little fairy.
Well, I know which one I'm voting for. Number two, you've got 1 minute to get your votes in on that go. Whilst you're doing that, I must just say thank you to everyone who messaged in. We've got 5 cards which we have assigned for giveaway, so thank you. Our winners of the cards, if I mention your name, I can't guarantee which one you'll get, but you'll get one of the 5. Well done to Kerry Valati, Lynn Harvey, Terry Helliger, Rebecca White and Sandy Priscorn. You're our 5 winners of our cards with the bad poems. You will receive one of the 5 cards that we've got here. Email us to claim your prizes at crafterscompanion.com. Quick wrap up from you, Craig, and then hopefully we'll have the result.
Yes, and if we don't have the results, Sarah Jane, then we'll get that done later on within Creative Cravens. What a fab show it's been. You know, as always, Ben, thank you so much, although we are back together later on. Michelle, you have been absolutely fantastic. So much love for yourself and the inspiration. But Michelle isn't going far, because in the next show, Leanne's going to be coming up with Ben with Launch Day, so that's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK.
The Watches demo of the show.
Woohoo! Fabulous. 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, and then Ben and Michelle, they're going to be back. I will be here, but I'll be having a look at your comments. We're going to be back for Creative Cravens. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Enjoy Launch Day, and I will see you at the end of the day for Creative Cravens with these two. Bye.